Hello students, welcome to EPG Parshala. I am Dr. Savita. Today we are going to discuss about the module Legal Requirements, Significance and Role of Small Scale Industries under the paper Tourism and Hospitality Entrepreneurship and Legal Environment. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the concept of small scale enterprises, know the distinction between micro, small, and medium enterprises, understand the characteristics and significance of small scale enterprises, and understand the contributions or role of SSEs in the economic development. Small scale sector occupies an important position in the industrial structure as well as the tourism industry of our country. In a country like India, wherein one hand there is a acute problem of unemployment and on the other hand scarcity of resources. Therefore, in such circumstances, only the small scale sector is best suited to cater the needs of new entrepreneurs. Small scale industry plays an important role in creation of employment with low capital investment. Thus, small scale industries play an important role in the development of the economy of the nation. The small scale sector contributes around 40% to the total exports of the country. Therefore, it plays an important role in the development of Indian economy. In terms of value added, it contributes to about 40% of the manufacturing sector and 80% of industrial production is from this sector. The role of small scale industries is one of the important features of the planned economic development of India. In India, this sector has been assigned with the significant role in the industrialization and economic development of the country and subserving the national objective of growth and justice. Its crucial role has been increasingly recognized as a solution for the country's problems of scarce capital, widespread unemployment, regional imbalances of industrial development, inequitable distribution of national income, etc. Definition of small scale enterprises. The definition of small scale enterprises is defined in different ways depending on country's pattern and stage of development, policy aims and administration setup. An SSE can be defined as a privately owned and operated business unit that is composed of a small number of employees and has relatively low turnover. In the words of Pinnock, small enterprises are those in which the management lies in the hands of one or more people who are responsible for the major decisions. This definition draws a critical management feature of SSE in which one or two people bear the responsibility of many functions, which is generally distributed among several people in a large-scale enterprise. This characteristic is evident in many SSEs. SSE is defined differently in different countries depending on their economies. For example, an SSE in the US may be a large-scale enterprise in India. SSE can be classified on the basis of number of employees, capital invested, turnover and type of business. For example, in African nations, a business unit is considered to be an SSE if it employs 5 to 50 people. On the other hand, in Asian countries, it is between 30 and 100, whereas in the US, it is any number less than 500. SSEs plays a significant role in creating employment, utilizing resources, generating income, which in turn helps in the economic development of a country. In India, small-scale industry or small-scale sector lies between the organized sector represented by large-scale industries and the unorganized sector of widely dispersed cottage industries. Small-scale sector is defined in terms of certain criteria such as investment ceiling on the original value of the installed plant and machinery, number of workers employed, use of power, plant capacity and volume of output. The most acceptable criteria of defining the small-scale sector in India is the ceiling on investment in plant and machinery. The small-scale sector includes the following undertakings or enterprises. Small-scale industrial undertaking. It refers to an industrial undertaking in which the investment in capital assets such as plant, industrial equipments, machinery, etc., whether it is acquired or taken on lease or by hire purchase, doesn't exceed rupees 1 crore. If the industrial undertaking exports 30% of its annual production by the end of the third year from the date of its commencing production, then the limit of investment in fixed assets in plant and machinery is rupees 5 crores. Ancillary industrial undertaking. It refers to an industrial undertaking that deals with the production of small equipments or spare parts, components and tool kits or rendering of services. An ancillary industrial undertaking needs to provide at least 50% of its products and services to the other undertaking. It is important to note that the investment of an ancillary industrial undertaking in fixed assets should not exceed rupees 1 crore. Micro or teeny enterprises refer to an enterprise in which investment limit in plant and machinery is rupees 25 lakhs irrespective of location of the unit. Distinguishing between micro, small and medium enterprises. In India, enterprises are broadly grouped into two categories, namely manufacturing enterprises and service enterprises. These two categories of enterprises are explained as follows. Manufacturing enterprises refer to enterprises engaged in the production of goods such as textiles, coir industries, chemicals, and beauty products. Service enterprises refer to the enterprises involved in providing or rendering of services such as tailoring, dry cleaning, and desktop publishing. According to the provision of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006, the aforementioned two categories are further classified into MSMEs on the basis of amount invested on plant and machinery in the manufacturing sector and on equipment in the service sector. The difference between MSME on the basis of investment ceiling are given in Table 1, Investment Ceiling for MSMEs, Enterprises. Investment in plant and machinery in manufacturing sector, investment in equipment in service sector. Basis of difference, micro enterprises doesn't exceed rupees 25 lakhs, but in service sector doesn't exceed rupees 10 lakhs. Small enterprises in manufacturing sector more than rupees 25 lakhs but doesn't exceed rupees 5 crore. In service sector more than rupees 10 lakh but doesn't exceed rupees 2 crores. Medium enterprises more than rupees 5 crores but doesn't exceed rupees 10 crore in case of manufacturing sector, but in service sector more than rupees 2 crores but doesn't exceed rupees 6 crores. Characteristic and significance of small scale enterprises. As discussed earlier, SSC play a significant role in the economic development of a nation. Following are the characteristics of an SSCs. Labor intensive. SSCs provide employment opportunities to individuals in urban and rural areas, which in turn enhances the economic position of the country. Flexibility implies that SSCs adapt themselves as per the dynamic industrial environment. Innovative. SSCs use new and innovative techniques, materials, methods of production, new markets, sources of materials, and even new forms of organizations such as sole proprietorship, partnership, and cooperatives. Decentralization. SSCs facilitate a balanced growth of the economy as a whole due to dispersal of industries. Outlet of entrepreneurial spirit. It represents the enthusiasm, persistence, and creativity of an individual who establishes the enterprise. The significance and relevance of SSCs are: utilize locally available human and material resources and expertise or experience, create jobs at relatively low cost, improve the lifestyle and living standard of people, diversify the industrial structure, help in increasing the national productivity, contribute approximately 35 to 40% of export, prevent the creation of monopoly, and ensure more equitable income distribution. Attract and utilize indigenous entrepreneurship and encourage women entrepreneurs, develop a pool of skilled and semi-skilled workers as a basis for future industrial expansion, and prevents regional imbalances by their presence in backward, rural and exterior most part of the country. Adapt appropriate technological managerial approaches optimally, facilitate a favorable balance of trade and role of small scale enterprises in economic development. SSEs contributes a vital and decisive segment of small scale sector. They account for 40% in the manufacturing sector and contributes approximately 35% of the total direct exports. SSEs play a crucial in employment generation, resources utilization and income generation due to their unique economic organizational characteristic, which in turn help in the economic development of the country. In India, the emphasis is given to the development of SSEs. Therefore, the government formulates several policies and programs to promote SSEs. Contribution or role of SSEs in the economic development. The contribution of SSEs is explained as follows. Employment generation. SSEs made a significant contribution in employment generation and rural industrialization due to their high labor intensive nature. Thus, the employment growth rate of SSI is higher than that of large sector. Higher productivity. It refers to the fact that SSEs with a lower level of investment tend to achieve a higher productivity of capital than large-scale enterprises. It has been estimated that an investment of rupees 1 lakh in fixed assets in small scale sector produces 4.62 lakh worth of goods or services, which are an approximate value addition of 10% to the total investment. Due to this unique characteristic, SSEs contribute to national productivity. Poverty alleviation. SSEs contribute in mitigation poverty by providing employment opportunities to people in urban and rural areas. SSEs create a large number of job opportunities and are focused on utilizing the traditional skills and knowledge of individuals along with advanced technologies, capital and innovative marketing practices. According to a study conducted by World Bank, small to medium enterprises sponsor projects with a noticeably higher proportion of unskilled workers in comparison to medium to large enterprises. SSEs provide job opportunities to even those individuals who are overlooked by large or modern enterprises, which directly help in alleviating poverty. Better utilization of local resources. SSEs make the efficient use of locally available resources, whereas large enterprises usually have a great propensity to import raw materials and capital goods. For example, SSCs are usually focused on fulfilling the demand of domestic market while using the local resources such as land, labor and raw materials. Moreover, SSCs are labor intensive in nature and make the efficient use of labor. The labor intensive techniques in large enterprises usually pose special difficulties such as labor union demands or government regulations, which rarely create problem for SSCs. Therefore, SSCs are better able to use the indigenous resources than large enterprises. Tapping off savings. SSCs generally have a potential of saving a large portion of their income. The empirical evidence shows that small scale entrepreneurs are motivated to save for future investment purposes. By reserving a good proportion of their income, small scale entrepreneurs can ensure their strong base and secured existence. This also helps in reducing the dependence of small scale entrepreneurs on institutional source of financing. Utilization of domestic technology. It implies that SSCs are most likely to use relatively simple general purpose machinery that is often obsolete as per the standard of developed countries. Such machines are usually manufactured locally in small machine shops. In this way, the local industries involved in producing machinery and equipment and the local repair shops become closely familiar with the SSC's machinery and equipment requirements. Thus, SSCs promote machine building and adaptive capability evolution by using simple, less efficient or elegant machines. Regional balance and rural development. SSCs contribute in maintaining regional balance and the development of rural areas to a large extent. In developing countries, industry is generally highly concentrated in few places, resulting in regional imbalances and migration of people from rural areas and small towns. SSCs, due to their locational flexibility, require less infrastructure facilities and usually serve to a narrow geographical market, which results in maintaining the regional balance of the country. The relatively labor intensive technology of SSCs is appropriate for the lower wage rates prevailing outside metropolitans that are small and medium towns and rural areas. This helps in the development and progress of small and medium towns and rural areas. Apart from this, underemployment is the major problem in rural areas due to slack agricultural seasons, resulting in depressed rural incomes and increased migration of people to cities. Generally, SSEs involved in agricultural processing business create employment in rural areas. Other small-scale involvements in rural areas include blacksmithing, brick making, tailoring, carpentry, and furniture making. Export contributions. The number of small-scale undertakings involved in export is more than 5,000. The overall contribution of SSEs to the total export of India is approximately 35%. The direct export channel of SSEs includes merchant exporters, trading and export houses, and export orders of parts and components that are used in finished exportable goods by large-scale units. The major items of export by SSEs are low-skilled, labor-intensive goods such as ready-made garments, leather products, gems and jewelry items, sports and plastic goods, chemicals and processed foods. Contribution to decentralization. SSEs prevent the concentration of power in few hands and ensure equitable distribution of wealth. It is evident that a number of SSEs are located in rural areas. On the other hand, large-scale industrialists take interest in locating their industries only in urban centers, which results in the accumulation of wealth in certain areas only. Complementary to large-scale industries, it signifies that SSEs produce various types of components such as spare parts, tools and accessories which are required by the large-scale industries. In addition, SSEs also help in distributing the goods produced by large-scale industries. In this way, SSEs are complementary to large-scale industries. Small-scale enterprises in Indian environment. India has experienced a noteworthy growth of SSEs post-independence. SSEs have played an important role in the creation of employment opportunities in urban and rural areas. In addition, they have contributed to the export growth of India to a large extent. In this way, SSEs have helped in the economic development of India by increasing the national income. Small-scale sector include a wide spectrum of industries categorized under small, teeny and cottage industries ranging from craftsmanship, ancillary undertakings, EOUs, women-run enterprises and SSSBEs to modern productive units with large investments. The emerging needs of the small-scale sector, such as protection against large-scale industries and foreign competition, have forced the Indian government to revise the investment ceilings for this sector. The current revision in investment ceiling for plant and machinery for SSEs is rupees 1 crore and for service related industrial enterprises is up to 10 lakhs. The main objective of this revision is to enhance the growth of SSEs in the private sector, promote technological upgradation, improve the quality of existing SSCs, and boost exports. In India, the small-scale sector can be further subdivided into two categories, namely traditional sector and modern sector. A significant number of SSCs in the traditional small-scale sector are located in rural belt as well as urban areas. The traditional small-scale sector includes khadi, village industries, handlooms, handcrafts, sericulture, and core industries. On the other hand, the modern small-scale sector includes textile products, wood, furniture, paper and printing, metal products, chemicals, rubber and plastic products, electrical machinery, and transport equipment. In India, since the beginning of planning in 1950-51, considerable efforts have been made to promote small-scale sector as a part of national development plans. At the time of independence, agriculture was the main source of employment for people, but with increasing rate of population, it becomes impossible to employ everyone in the agricultural field. Even large-scale sector in India was also unable to provide employment to a large number of people, as the investment cost per job is usually high there. Thereby, the government has formulated several policies and schemes for the development of SSCs because of their labor-intensive nature. Factors influencing small-scale enterprises. An SSC can be successful if the environment in which it operates is conducive. There are several factors in the environment that affect the performance of an SSC. Some of the important factors are explained as follows. Political factors implies that overall political environment of a country affects the performance of an SSC. An SSC requires constructive measures from the government and political bodies to establish and expand its business. These measures involve investment policies, creation of promotional agencies, industrial estates, and free trade zones, as well as availability of low-cost loans for SSCs. Economic factors signifies that an SSC should take into consideration the economic environment of the country. Analyzing the economic environment helps the SSCs in making investment decisions, determining market conditions, and forecasting. Technological factors refers to the fact that an SSC needs to adjust itself according to the changes in the technological environment. An SSC needs to introduce new technologies or update the existing technologies to keep pace with the increasing competition. Socio-cultural factors play a crucial role in the success of an SSC. and SSEs needs to fulfill the following condition for its survival: accepting change in the society and culture, facilitating social mobility, tolerating profit making, tolerating private ownership. Apart from the aforementioned factors, a stable and well-developed institutional framework such as banks, insurance, and capital market is indispensable for the emergence and growth of SSEs. In the recent decades, the world economy has experienced an unexpected growth due to the emergence of SSEs. India is leading the way to introduce entrepreneurship development programs to identify and utilize entrepreneurial talent of individuals from all walks of life. Apart from this, entrepreneurship development programs are now being introduced in schools and colleges. In this module, you have learned about SSIs and their importance in economic development. The module has mentioned differences among micro, small, and medium enterprises on the basis of investment ceilings. It has explained the characteristics and significance of SSIs. In addition, the lesson has discussed the conditions of SSIs in Indian environment in detail. Further, it has detailed upon various political, economic, technological and socio-cultural factors that influences SSI. As small-scale industries plays a significant role in the development of any country's economy, therefore, the role and contribution of SSI is also discussed in this module. Small-scale industries can be successful if the environment in which they operate is conducive. There are several factors in the environment that affect the performance of an SSI. Some of the important factors are also explained in this module for better understanding of the topic. Thank you.